Today I just want to talk about something simple and keep it light. That's my energy for today. I just feel really like just being light and simple. And it was inspired by a comment that a beautiful soul left on one of my other videos, which just said quite simply that one candle can light up a whole room. And I just thought, yes, wow, really resonated and stayed with me. And it got me thinking about candles and how we light one in a dark room. That candle doesn't fight the darkness. It just glows. The flame just dances and the room is transformed because it just simply burns. And that flame doesn't analyse the darkness. It doesn't try to fix it. It just is itself, burning away and just changing the ambience of the room and how we see it. And I just think it's such a beautiful metaphor for us all right now. And all of us probably are feeling the weight of what's happening in the world, especially if you're sensitive to energy like me, and the collective emotions, the personal things that are happening for us, the grief, the shock, the fear, the uncertainty. And sometimes it's quite easy to forget that the most powerful thing that we can do is just tend to our own light, just gently, just really looking after ourselves, that act of self-love. And then I started thinking about the candle and the wick of the candle, how it could relate to the nervous system. And I've talked a lot about the nervous system because I feel like it's a fundamental part of this energy that we're in right now, is to have a really stabilised nervous system and how that is our currency in the world. So if we think about a candle, when the wax becomes kind of too full, it gets flooded. That's a bit like when we take in too much information or we are feeling too much emotion that we're not allowing ourselves to feel through because we're kind of stuck in our mental body. That starts the flame flickering and then it starts to become dim, and then eventually, if we don't clear that wax, it goes out. So when we give ourselves something gentle, something joyful, something nourishing, that light steadies again. And tending to your light doesn't always look like deep healing work. You might have been somebody that's been on this journey for a long time and just done so much deep, deep work. And, thank you for doing that, because it's definitely not an easy path to choose. But sometimes just tending to that light can look like something childlike, something playful, something simple, something that you just enjoy doing. So that could be just, sitting, looking out into the garden. I mean, it's not great weather here, so sitting inside, looking out, looking at the birds, drinking a cup of tea, maybe dancing in the kitchen with your dog, which is something I love to do, stroking an animal. There's such grounding, stabilising influences in our life. I know I love to paint, so anything creative, drawing, colouring or making or singing, dancing, whatever your thing is, just even laughing with someone that you love, or having a kind of conversation with somebody at the supermarket. I love those kind of off the cuff conversations, small insight into somebody's world, and they're generally so lovely. And they're not indulgences, but it's how the nervous system remembers safety, those consistent little things that we do, and it's how our flame stays lit. And when your flame is lit, the room of your own life changes, and your thoughts soften, the body relaxes, and your heart opens, because in this moment everything is perfect. And a candle doesn't look at the lights of a city and think, I should be that, I should be lighting up the entire city. It just lights itself, and it just is focused on the space that it's in. And when many candles are lit across a city, across a house, across a room, the darkness has no choice but to recede. So today, instead of asking what's wrong with the world, what other healing work do I need to do, and kind of having that future focus, you might ask, what would gently brighten my light right now? One small act of self-love, self-nourishment, one moment of joy, and just one pause to just breathe and drop into your heart space. And yes, just a message to just be mindful of what you expose your flame to. Not everything deserves your attention. Not everything deserves your energy. You are the guardian of your light. And just like the gardener in my last video tends to their garden, you tend to your inner flame. And it's not selfish. It's service. It's service to others. And when you're regulated, calm and able to operate from your heart space, you transmit that into the collective field, and that is such an amazing gift. And I thank you for your light and for your assistance and your energy in this world that we all share. And yeah, we don't heal the world by burning ourselves out. We just heal it by staying lit. So today, just like me, I'm taking it easy, not trying to change everything, and not carrying what isn't mine to carry. So light your beautiful candle and tend to your flame, and just let that be enough. Thank you for listening. And again, if anybody'd like to leave a comment, I'd love to hear your comments, and it often inspires me for my next video. Thank you for being on this journey with me. Sending lots of love.